Hello and welcome to another episode of Two Chicks One Show, which just started on Kate's very frightening face. Um, my name is Trisha and she's Kate Calabro. We're the Two Chicks. We are recapping, as we have been for a while now, the first season of Outlander. The latest episode is episode 13, The Watch, and things are getting interesting.
Yeah, so if Claire and Jamie thought they were going to escape the drama by going to Lallybroch and away from Castle Leoch, they were wrong, because it just follows these two everywhere they go. So just when you think everything's going well at Lallybroch, Jamie and Jenny are getting along, in comes the Watch. And Jamie has some altercations with the Watch. And then Jenny goes into labor, and Claire, of course, has to help with the labor. And it ends with Jamie being kidnapped.
Pretty much, yeah. These two just cannot catch a break. No matter where they go, something crazy happens.
Yeah.
Whether it's like Claire has to deal with a medical emergency, or everybody in the world knows that Jamie has a price on his head.
Yeah. Or
are there posters? Is there like some sort of pre-Victorian social media nuns? I don't know what's happening.
I mean, like, wanted posters did exist, so there could be, and yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. That's got to be one seriously good grapevine, though.
Yeah, I think everyone's just like in Scotland is very paranoid at this time period, so they just like if they don't know you, they automatically assume they have to kill you.
Well, you also have to think like, okay, he's been on the run for 4 years.
Yeah.
But how many people in that time have gotten a price put on their head, and why do all these people remember him? Maybe it's because the price on his head's so high. I don't know. Anyway, that's beside the point, because the Watch shows up, and as we learned in an earlier episode, the Watch are not good people. They're basically mercenaries.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's not that they're not good people, but they're not necessarily bad people.
They're mercenaries.
Yeah, they're like out to do what they think is right. It's kind of like Robin Hood and the Merry Men, sort of.
Kind of, except
Robin Hood might have a better cause.
Robin Hood is more virtuous, where like he was his own boss. The Watch are more like a mercenary group where they go where the money is, like their loyalty is with the money. So as long as you pay them, they're loyal.
Yeah, which is. But the guy I don't know the dude's name. Like the lead Watch dude. Did you catch his name?
No, I didn't catch his name at all. Lead Watch dude is.
Lead Watch dude. Like, when he actually has a conversation with Jamie, like, he seems like a really, like, chill dude. He's like, the reason I do this isn't because, like, I'm a dick. It's because, I'm sick of other people telling me what to do.
Yeah.
So, like, this is, like, kind of his way of, like, just doing whatever. He serves no country or something like that. Like, something dramatic on those lines.
Yeah, something along those lines, I guess. Yeah, I didn't necessarily hate him, but I mean, he's obviously not meant to be. He's meant to be a threatening presence. And Jamie and Ian spend a lot of this episode trying to sort of avoid them figuring out who Jamie really is. So, like, Jenny covers for Jamie at one point, saying it's her cousin, and then he goes around using the name McTavish that he was using in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like skirting around things until eventually there's this one Irish dick who is like, I know who you are and I am gonna do bad things.
Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to talk about over your little synopsis. The episode opens with them as it ended the previous episode with the Watch is like has a gun to Jamie's head, and Claire's like, and then Jenny finally walks in and she goes, "What the hell are you guys doing? That's my cousin Jamie McTavish." Like, Jamie Fraser, I'm assuming, is a well-known person. Maybe not like physically, but the name's well-known.
Yeah.
So, like, Jamie, what did you put, like, oh, this guy's name's Jamie McTavish, but he's in Jamie Fraser's house, and Jamie Fraser's been on the run, and now all of a sudden a mysterious cousin I never heard of showed up. Like, wouldn't you put these things together?
Yeah, I thought the same thing when she first introduces him as Jamie, and I was like, it's probably a common-ish name.
Yeah.
And Jamie was using the name Jamie McTavish before.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just an easier way to remember. I don't know. They say, only lie when you have to, I guess. So
I guess. So so Jamie's not too thrilled with his sister and Ian because he finds out that they've been using the watch as protection. And he doesn't like how these guys come in like almost like once a month and they like chill at the house and they like eat all their food and they drink and blah blah blah. But so Jamie's all upset, but then Ian puts it pretty much in perspective for Jamie and I think for everyone was like, well, with the watch protecting us, what happened to Jenny with Blackjack will never happen again. And that's when Jamie was like, oh shit, I guess I should listen to him.
yeah, I like that like this whole time that we've been in Lallybroch, it's sort of been Jamie getting a reality check.
Yeah, which is great because he needs one.
Right. He needs to come down a notch,
Yeah.
He's not always right.
I do believe that Jamie Fraser won some kind of online poll, I think like on Entertainment Weekly or something, not Entertainment, like E! Online about he's the most likable television character like of all time.
Likable characters are funny and flawed.
Yeah, but he's neither. Well, he's funny when he's drunk. He's funny when he's drunk.
He's very funny when he's drunk and flawed. And I like it. We need to go back to having drunk Jamie. Unfortunately, that is not in the cards, I think, for the rest of this season, considering what I know about what happens. Speaking of what I know about what happens, book people, correct me if I'm wrong, because apparently this entire scene, if it exists in the book, is just a blank space in my brain. Because I don't remember the watch being a thing. And I certainly don't remember the watch being in this section of the book. I don't remember exactly how Jamie ends up back in the hands of the Redcoats, but I don't remember this whole thing with Ian and the stabbing and any of that.
Maybe just Ian wasn't in the part.
Maybe. I don't remember. And I really wish I did. I wanted to, before we started the episode, to go back in the book and try to find the scene and see what I missed, or at least what happened, and maybe I didn't miss anything, and I am right. But I just didn't have time. So book people, feel free to yell at me about this. The watch, in the book or no?
I feel like I didn't read the book, but I feel like they would be in the book because they have. It wasn't. This isn't the first time we've seen them in the series. They were mentioned.
It's not the first time we've seen them, but I still don't think they were in the book, like at all. I don't think they were in the book at all.
Someone let us know. Someone.
Anyway, so after all of the covering and blah blah blah, there's this one member of the watch who I referred to earlier as the Irish Dick, who
the Irish Dick, as you referred to him. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm so comfortable saying that. Is actually the guy that Jamie met with at the end of season 1, part 1, who was the person that was supposed to help him get his name lifted.
Is it? Because I've been watching this very, very tired today, so I only remember this is going to be like the worst episode of the show he's ever done, because my brain's not functioning. So he does know who Jamie is the whole time.
Yes. So when Jamie meets with him with Dougal, and that's what was happening when Claire ran off to the rocks.
Okay.
And very briefly in the first episode of this second half of the season, when we're seeing Jamie's point of view before they go after Claire. And basically the guy was kind of like messing with Jamie because he says the actual person that killed the soldier that Jamie's accused of killing was Blackjack. Mm-hmm. So that's why Jamie's like, well, you're giving me a name that I can't even use. Like, Blackjack is as high up there as you can get, so like that does not help me. But still the guy gets paid because he said he had a name. So that's all they got. So this guy has just been, annoying, but he knows who Jamie is.
Yes.
So when he shows up at Lallybroch to meet up with his watch friends, he knows who Jamie is immediately when he sees them, and Jamie's like horrified that he's going to be outed to the watch. But the guy is chill and pretends like he doesn't know him, and then corners Jamie in Jamie's like little laird office, and is like, well, I won't tell your secret if you give me money so I can sail to the Americas. And Jamie's like, okay, well, how much? Jamie wasn't going to give him the money, and then Ian's like, oh, just give it to him. And then the two cook up like this scheme where they give him the money, and then of course the Irish dick wants more money, and then Ian and Jamie kill the dick.
Mostly Ian.
Yeah.
Ian's the one that sort of like just shoves the sword all the way through him, which that's got to be difficult to do.
Yeah.
But okay, so that clarifies a lot of weirdness and just sort of points to the really horrible luck that they have because they happen to encounter this same person that who Jamie was.
I wish like that all like menacing people didn't have to be like Irish.
Right? Yeah, that's too bad. But you know, and he keeps talking about like the luck of the Irish, and I'm like, it doesn't even sound that Irish, but okay. Maybe I'm just so deadened by the Scottish accents that I don't hear them.
That's true. That could be it.
Yeah, but so Ian kills him, and then not long after, they're at dinner or something. They're eating with the rest of the members of the Watch and the leader. Yeah. What?
It should be just that Ian does come, and then he kind of goes like into a post-traumatic like flashback for when they were actually in war with Jamie, and he got like all nervous, and Jamie's like, "Okay, just go back to the house, and I'll finish it."
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so this switches very much from like sort of Ian and Jenny trying to protect Jamie to Jamie then protecting Ian. That when they're sitting to dinner, the guy says like, "Oh, I haven't seen what's his face in a while. Do you know where he is?" And all the while, you know, he knows exactly where he is. Yeah. And Jamie says no, and then I don't remember what the leader says that sort of gets Ian sort of like really nervous, and then before Ian can say anything, Jamie says, "Yeah, I killed him."
Yeah, I forget what it was where I don't know if he like made a threat towards the house or something, or towards Jenny. I don't know, but it something happens where Jamie's like, yeah, like as he's like buttering a roll, he's like, well, I killed him. So, and then all of the Watch guy is just like, good, I hated him.
Yeah, exactly. He just goes, oh, that's fine. I didn't like that guy anyway. Irish bastard.
Yeah. And so, but then what happens was the Watch is planning an ambush, and now they're short one dude. An ambush that should be stated that the Irish guy set up.
Yes.
So, now they're short one dude, so the Watch guy's like, well, since you killed the man, and now we're short, Jamie, you now have to ride with us. And Ian and Jamie have like this special bond that's been talked about, and they always fight together. So Ian's like, well, I'm going too. So Ian and Jamie decide that they're going to join the Watch on this ambush.
Yes, and meanwhile, while all of this is going on with the menfolk, the women folk are off doing women folk things, aka giving birth to a child.
Pretty much. Pretty much. So Jenny is finally ready to pop, but the baby has turned breech. Which, for medical terms, and this is about as medical as I get, is the baby is facing the wrong direction. So for those of you who don't know about childbirth, the baby is supposed to come out head first, not feet first, and this baby was turned around so the feet were going to come out first, which wasn't a big deal to Jenny because she feels like all babies should land on their feet.
Yes, which is ridiculous because if a baby's coming out feet first, there's a really good chance it's going to get stuck in the birth canal and horrible things will happen.
Yeah, and also, you know, it causes, you know, and all that kind of shit. But they didn't know that back then.
No.
So she has no idea what Claire's talking about when she talks about I just want to say beach now.
Breech.
Not beach, breech baby. So
yeah. Well, I thought it was interesting. I don't know if it was just Jenny sort of being Jenny or if she honestly was like, oh, no, we're fine. But I felt like she was sort of like, oh, no, I'm going to die giving birth to this baby. That's fine. We're okay.
As I was watching it, I was just like, oh, my God. Childbirth now scares me. I think it's a horrifying thing. But could you imagine what it was like back then and why people would agree to do it? Like, I would just be like, nope, no.
Well, it was sort of like you have to do. I mean, it was just what you did. I mean, it wasn't like they knew that there was an option eventually hundreds of years down the line where they could take lots and lots of drugs.
That's true. But I'm just like, they're going, like, these women went in there thinking there's a chance, like, more than a likelihood that I'm not coming out of this.
Oh yeah, they're just like, nope, there's a good chance I'm gonna die.
Yeah, like, I could not, and like, she's just like walking around. She's, I think another great Jenny moment during labor was Claire was like, I need a drink, or someone needs to, and Jenny's like, let me have one. And Claire's like, well, if you drink this, then the baby's probably going to come out drunk. She goes, oh, like a true Scot. And I'm just like, this is sure. Like, I just don't, like, I was just like, it was horrifying.
Yeah, like, but it was a really good bonding moment.
Yeah, because the midwife can't come, so Claire has to deliver the baby. And then Claire's having, and it's like, I think it showed another layer to Claire, which we briefly saw only probably within the first episode, about how Claire has been trying to have children. Her and Frank were trying to have children, and they were not having success. And not until recently did she think about actually having children with Jeannie, because she didn't realize she loved Jamie until very recently. And now she has this fear that she's not going to be able to give Jamie a child. And I think that scene where she tells Jamie she doesn't know if she can have children, it was a very fast scene, but I think it was a very important scene, just describing the relationship between Claire and Jamie, because Jamie automatically comforts Claire's gone. You can tell that Jamie's crushed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think also, I feel like, I don't remember exactly how she frames it in the first episode, but like Claire was upset that she couldn't have kids with Frank, but I feel like she almost feels like she's failing Jamie in not being able to have kids, because it's like a different time, and like in the 40s maybe you could choose not to have a kid, but like now,
well,
like
it's now, not in the 40s. I think Claire and Frank were so progressive in general. I mean, like, they just got married at City Hall and didn't think twice about it. That I think for Frank, he would like to have kids, but I think for Frank it would just be to add, like how she said in the first episode, to add to his family tree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he had like a deep desire to be a father, whereas I think Jamie has a desire, and it's something that is expected of his wife, expected of him to have an heir, because he is a laird. It is a different kind of, it's a, social structure is extremely different.
Mm-hmm. And it's just another one of those layers of how like Claire's worldview is changed based on the time period she's in.
Yeah, but I think it was a good parallel from Claire in episode 1 to now, because she even asks Jenny, what's it feel like to be pregnant? And you could just tell that it was like an emotional, as excited she was to help Jenny, you could tell it was something that she wanted.
Yeah, and I thought it was a really good character episode, especially for the women. Mm-hmm. Because they got to sort of bond over this like intensely female thing.
Yeah.
That's happening. And sort of be a little bit stronger than the men for a bit, because like Jenny's like, no, I'm fine, go away.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that I think showed more strength than any of the fighting that the dudes have done. Like, that was an intense birthing scene. Like, the leading up to it, I was just like, this is, like, nothing scared me more than that. Witch trials were nothing. I was just like, oh my god.
Compared to the birth scene.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was a good scene, and now there's a little girl.
Yeah, the whole time Jenny thought it was going to be a boy, and then at the end,
she knew that immediately it was going to be a girl.
Yeah, and then it turned out to be a little girl, and there's so it was cute. So yeah, but the whole time Jenny's like telling Claire things like as if she's gonna die, and you're just like, oh my god.
She keeps giving her stuff.
Yeah.
Like she gives Jamie the snake thing. That was like their dad's or something.
It was Jamie and Jenny had an older brother, Willie.
Right, Willie.
Yes. And Willie passed away
when Jamie was 8.
He might have been young. I don't know. He passed away. We find out the mother does die in childbirth. That's how their mother died. Mm-hmm. That's how their mother died, was in childbirth. So I guess maybe that's why Jenny's so nervous. But Willie gets smallpox.
Yeah,
some kind of disease.
Smallpox.
And he dies, but he carved Jamie like this little snake thing that had like his nickname on it. And she gives it to Claire, and she goes, "You give it to Jamie, just in case." Like, she just starts throwing things at her.
And then she gives Claire a gift.
Yeah, after the baby's born, Claire's being a stoop kid. She's sitting on the stoop of Lallybroch with the baby. And Jenny comes out. Yeah. Jenny comes out and gives her 2 bangles that belong to Jenny and Jamie's mom. And she said, "Oh, well, you should wear them because you're very stately or something, like my mother. She would like you." And
tall and queenly or something.
Yeah. And it was cute, but I thought, she goes, "The Lady of Lallybroch should wear it." And I thought would have been, maybe like this would be better because it was 2 bangles. If Claire gave one to Jenny, it was like, "The ladies of Lallybroch should wear them." And they could be like friendship bracelets. Like, I was like, that'd be so cool. It didn't happen. But like,
adorable.
But wouldn't that have been cool?
That would have been wonderful. Yes, it would have been very Sweet Valley High of them.
I would have been like, yeah.
But she does say something that I'm going to, in all of my book knowledge, tease a little bit for future episodes. She says to Claire, these were a wedding gift given to my mother. I don't know who they were from.
I think I know who they're from.
I'm pretty sure I told you who they're from. So.
Yeah. Well, you didn't tell. You just told me a backstory that that's who I think they're from. But I don't want to say anything.
Yes. But I'm not going to say it in this episode. So in the future, watch out for that. It's something that you will hopefully, I mean, they mentioned it, be learning, and it's a fun little tidbit.
Yeah, because Jenny says they were a wedding gift, and her father always made fun of her mother for having a secret admirer.
Yes.
So that's pretty much what the Jenny and Claire bit of this episode. So now Ian and Jamie are riding off with the watch to do an ambush. And this is where Jamie is chatting with lead watch dude. And lead watch dude says, I joined the watch because, I don't want to, like, for one country or something. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And he asks Jamie to join him. He goes, "This isn't a bad job. You should join the watch." And Jamie just pretty much says, if I wasn't married, I would join the watch, but I'm married, so I can't. And they show up at this ambush, and they're looking around, and it literally is the perfect trap. Like, there's nowhere for them to go. They're like in a tunnel, so they can't back up. They're underneath a hill, so they can't go up. They can't go forward. And all of a sudden, all these redcoats come out of everywhere, and it's just mayhem. So then
doing an ambush, they get ambushed.
They get ambushed. And then it does that, dramatic gunshot dip to white. So then you're like, what happened? Who died? Ah! And then it opens up to Claire and Lallybroch. And you see the one angry old watch dude. He was angry. I didn't like that guy. Come hobbling down the road with Ian. And it's just the 2 of them. Mm-hmm. And this is where you hear Claire ask, "Where's Jamie?" like 20 times in a row, and no one answers her. "Where's Jamie? Where's Jamie?" And then this is what so Ian loses a leg, but did he not already lose his leg? He just had a limp?
No, he had already lost his leg. He had a peg leg.
Yeah, but then he goes, "I lost my leg in the ambush."
Yeah, he lost his peg leg.
Oh, I thought he already lost his leg.
No, he lost his peg leg. It fell off.
Okay. I'm so confused. Like, did I miss something? Did he just have a limp? Like, what was?
Nope, totally missing leg.
And then someone finally answers Sam Claire, who keeps asking, "Where's Jamie?" And Ian goes, "He stayed with lead watch dude, and he wouldn't leave him. He wasn't injured, but the redcoats got him. So, dun, 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 he's heading back to Blackjack."
Yep, he's heading back to Fort William.
Yeah. So that's probably not going to go too well for Jamie.
Not terribly well, no.
And then, did you see the coming attractions for this Saturdays?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, I
think I can discern what happens.
Yeah. Claire and Jenny, who just had a baby.
She was up and about real fast.
Yeah. Just all natural, like standing up, baby flipped upside down birth. Gets on a damn horse and rides off.
Tiny Jenny, by the way.
Huh?
Teeny tiny Jenny.
Yeah, tiniest person I've seen on this show so far. Her and Claire decide, all the rest of you guys at the place, we're gonna go find Jamie. And they get on 2 horses, and they just like there's like a couple scenes of them just like galloping through greenness. You don't know where they're going. And finally, I've been waiting for the return of Bearded Bestie, Angus, and Rupert will all appear this week. Thank God, I've missed them so much.
Now, book people will probably point out, as I'm about to do, that Jenny is not actually involved in the book in the rescue or attempted rescue. Which one will it be? Of Jamie. So it's interesting that they're including her. I like it because we haven't gotten a ton of her, and I really like her character.
It's also great to have another female character. Now that Galus is gone, we don't have like another female character, and her and Claire seem to get along really well so far. And Jenny's just like I'm madly in love with Jenny. So she could be in every episode. I want like an Ian and Jenny spin-off show. Yeah, a Bearded Bestie vlog where he can tell us about how he grooms himself. I don't know. I just want so much more. But yeah, so Claire decides that she's going. I don't know how she finds them, but she's going to find Angus, Rupert, and Murta, who is Bearded Bestie. I did learn his name. And convince them to come with her and Jenny to rescue Jamie.
From a highly guarded stronghold of the British.
Jamie did it once. He just scaled a building. So I guess if Jamie can do it, why can't Claire?
He scaled a building pretending that his gun was loaded.
Yes. Yeah.
So
well, I think it was loaded. It's just that it fell in water. So the gunpowder, I think, was wet.
Oh, in the book, it wasn't loaded.
I don't know.
I'm getting confused.
So much happens. So yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to this Saturday's episode because I get to see the return of.
Yeah, this is these last 3 episodes should be pretty action packed.
Yeah, because like we said, this one was kind of a sleeper. I mean, it was great character development for Jenny and Claire and for them to bond. But besides Jamie getting kidnapped at the end, all the in between bits were like, eh.
Yeah, it was really just setting us up for our home stretch here, which is these last 3 episodes, which will be Jamie at Fort William and the return of Black Jack Randall and all of his horribleness.
Yes, and then I did see on social media today that today was the first day of filming for season 2. So,
ooh, fancy.
Yeah, exciting. Though we won't see it till 2016, but you know.
They're filming really early for the next season.
Yeah. Well, they'll probably because this season was broken up. They only filmed the first 8, and then they went back and filmed the second half of the 8. So that's why it was an elongated schedule for this first season. So I'm assuming they're going to film all 16 episodes at once.
Maybe. That would make sense. We'll see. Anyway, 3 more episodes left in Outlander season 1. Are you excited?
I'm like excited to see what happens, but I'm also getting kind of sad because we won't see them until 2016.
No, we won't, and we will have to pick new shows after this. So if anybody has any suggestions for shows we should cover during the summer, leave them in comments.
Yeah.
Because we are looking for something. Although there's a lot of weird schedule-y stuff, so we'll see what happens. But we will definitely continue to cover Outlander as it goes. We might do Supergirl in the fall. It has officially been picked up by CBS.
Yeah, you reported it.
On Twitter. I haven't reported on the website yet.
On Twitter, it's reported. So
yes, it's reported. But yes, Supergirl was officially picked up by CBS, so that's one option. And sticking with the comic book theme, like the Titans might get picked up on TNT, so that could be something. I don't know. If you have any shows that are coming out this summer that you would really like us to talk about, leave them in the below. And shut up, Kate. And that's pretty much it. I mean, this wasn't a hugely jam-packed episode. Lots of character stuff, like you said. But I think that does it for us here at 2 Chicks, 1 Show. Outlander airs on Starz every Saturday at 9 p.m., at least for the next 3 weeks. This show usually airs on Wednesdays at 6. We do our best to do that schedule. I think we'll be doing it again next week. Wednesdays at 6 here on All Geek to Me TV on YouTube. You can also find these episodes on allgeektome.net, and make sure you like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at allgeektomenet. And that's it. See you next time.
Bye.